How do? You alright? Hey, I'm up in mountains. I'm in Snowdon range. Well, I'm in Carneddau range. It's 10 o'clock at night, Friday night, and my lads just dropped me off in mountains. So I've got about 4k to walk. I'm going to get my camp set up, get my tent set up, in pitch black, in dark. Hey, the things we do for adventure. Fantastic. Anyway, stick with me. Whew, I'll tell you what, that was a mission tonight. Yeah, tent's up, 11:30. Luckily the rain's held off. It's just trying to a little bit now, but yeah, well, at least tent's up anyway. Let's get our gear in there, let's get a bloody brew on. So we made it up in Carneddau range. Tent's up, 10 to midnight. So yeah, I enjoyed that bit of a mission up here in dark, pitch black. So it's a pretty straightforward route where I've come, so not too much map reading, just a little bit, just to get myself started in the right direction, and then easy enough to follow. I was sort of hand-railing the river all the way up, so I'm next to a lake up here, so it's going to be fantastic to wake up in the morning and see what I can see, because I couldn't see anything pitching my tent, but I know the lake's over here at the side of us. So in the morning it's going to be a good surprise. One of them where you open tent doors and it's like blooming heck. You know, you've done it many a times when you camp somewhere and the weather's foggy or snowy, you're in a whiteout, or it's chucking it down and dark and grey and blowing a gale, and you just get your tent up and get in it. Then you get in at morning and you open your doors and you're like, whoa, alright, cool. I didn't realise we were camping here, but anyhow, hopefully, watch this. It'll be like blanket mist in the morning, blanket fog everywhere, and yeah, anyhow, we'll see. We'll see what the morning brings. But yeah, 10 to midnight. We're set up. I'm in the Naturehike Cloudpeak 2. Only me. I've not brought Billy Dog up into the mountains this time because he's air grafted mountains. It feels like you've done 12 rounds with Mike Tyson by the time you're coming down day after. You know, because I've got to have him on lead because of old sheep and what have you. And yeah, it's graft. So he'll not do any harm. He'll get a few good walks at home. And I'll have a bit of chilling time for a couple of days. But yeah, I mean, good cracking tent these. I mean, acres of space, especially. I mean, acres of space with me and Billy Dog. Bit of a squeeze with two of you and Billy Dog, but one of you and Billy and your gear, and you're laughing. I've got all my gear laid out here. I've got acres of space. It's like a blooming palace. So yeah, bloody cracking tent. So nice to be able to sit up, and I'll be doing that in a minute and eating some scran. So it's my birthday today. Yeah, 53 today. So yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. Yeah. A bit of family time this morning and everything else, and then a bit of chilling time in mountains tonight. I couldn't resist it. My lad were on his way to Abersock surfing, so it was like ding. I'll tell you what, you'll be driving past Snowdonia, won't you, and what have you? So I'll tell you what, I'll jump out as you're getting round there, and you can pick me up on way back Sunday. So brilliant. So we're on for a mission in mountains. So anyway, stick with us and enjoy it. We're going to get up onto these big ridge lines, maybe do a bit of fishing for some mountain trout, but yeah, it's going to be a good trip. Anyhow, I'm going to get myself a cheese and ham wrap, and I'm going to have a drink, and then it's going to be 12:30 before you know it. I'll be getting my head down. A bit of a wild night, really. It's about 5 in the morning, but all night long, every 10 minutes, it'll be flat calm like it is now. Flat calm, and then we get this crazy, stormy gusts of wind, where it feels like the tent's going to take off. Just comes from nowhere. it's definitely blowing an absolute bloody hoolie out there every now and then. Looking pretty damn rough on top of the mountains though as well, isn't it? It was a wild night that. First brew it day. Yeah, it's been a bit of a, I won't say a rough night. Been warming up and what have you, but I didn't get a massive amount of sleep with that wind. It was wild, but it's all good fun in it. I'm not bothered about being at mountains in it. It's not that wild, but it's it'll be entertaining. But it's finding a good camp spot tonight. I'm gonna have to drop down into a valley if the wind's still wild like that, or else it would just end up taking off on top of mountains. We're over 900 metres where we're going today, so we're high up. So it's going to be wild, but it's going to be good fun. Porridge and boiled eggs for breakfast. Let that stand another minute. And coffee, of course. So this is where we're at. This is where we've camped here, on this little section here. So I'm around the 600 metre mark. I'm going to climb another 200 metres. I'm going to follow this river system here, this gill, and I'm going to drop onto the top of this ridge line here. So around about a 200 metre climb, following this, pretty steep in places, and then we're going to follow this ridge line now. So we're going to fall Fraz first. A drink. See Puffin Island in the distance, Penman Point. We'll be down there later on this week. On top of Fall Fraz. You'll have to excuse the Lancashire accent. It doesn't work well for speaking a bit of Welsh. Do you know what I mean? Probably sounds a bit dodgy. But I'm on Fall Fraz. That's how I say it with a Lancashire accent anyway. And I'm going to head up to Carneddau, which is about a kilometre and a half that way behind me. Yeah. And then another kilometre onto Fall Grach, which will be 976 metres. 942 metres where we are here. But beautiful. And then we'll decide what our next option is, depending on times. Another one down. Another one to go. I think I'll be dropping down before long to get a bit of shelter from wind. Find a good spot for camping tonight. Woo! You definitely won't want to be camping on top up here unless your tent was seriously bomb-proof. Wild and windy summit then was Fallgrach, 976 metres I think it is, or 78. Woo, we're blowing up there though. I found a great little spot to have my bag in. I'm sat on a nice little chair with a thick moss padding seat on it, fantastic. In all these rocks, so it's nice and quiet, out the wind for a bit. Get a bit of scram. Dinner time, wrapped salmon cheese. Dinner with a view. Seriously wild up here today. Yes, absolutely stunning though. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely safe this year. Blowing an absolute hoolie. Found a good spot down here to pitch my tent. Just tried to pitch it. Not in a million years. I've ended up bending one of the poles, which is a bit of a bloody nightmare. I managed to bend it back a little bit, but it might be a bit of a weakness now. Which is a bit aggravating, isn't it? I'm telling you, that was one epic battle to put that tent up. I bent it further down when I was trying to put it down on coast. Massive gust of wind just come and rip tent right up into air, and it's one of them. If it had been all guyed out, it'd probably be alright with them gusts. But because it was in the process of being put up, it just set up and even now, I mean, I'm trying to keep the cameras blowing. I'm trying to pitch it behind this bit of a wall here on the edge of reservoir. Give it a little bit of protection, but it's mad. The air's just swirling round everywhere, off the tops and down and fast and through. Yeah, that was some graft. A modification to the tent. Trying to hold it together there. Oh, I'm telling you, the grafting I've done today is ridiculous. We're going to wanted to get some scram down my neck, but I've made some poor choices. Just literally a minute ago I should have filmed it, but I just wanted to get sorted. I literally whipped all my pegs out, picked the full tent up with my roll mat in it and bits and pieces, and I legged it over the top of this hill to another pitch down here. I just literally sprinted with full tent and I was nearly taking off, honestly. Absolute comedy. To a slightly more sheltered spot down here. Man, so it's about, looking at about 60 metres, 60, 70 metres. I just picked it up and legged it down this bloody hill and all. Shine on. Hellfire. Turning into a bleeding epic, this trip. So this is it. This is my final bloody pitch. Third one this. Hellfire. That wind noise playing. Nice pitch though. Cracking view down valley. Just shows, before finding that one up there, I should have just had a bigger walk round. I mean, that one looked bang, like it was great, it was a good spot, and so was the other one. Just that bloody wind. But still strong down here, but nothing like up there. Bloody hell, I needed this. Cheers everyone. Still pretty wild here, but here comes the rain. Curry noodles and some sardines in tomato sauce. We'll do a job on it. It's not funny this. It's a bloody nightmare. Literally having to hold the tent shape when that wind comes in strong. I'm literally having to hold the tent from the inside just to stop it collapsing. I think the wind's supposed to calm down during night. Supposed to anyway. So, but I mean, you can't guarantee without. I could do with it calming down a bit earlier. Would have been early night tonight really. Could have done with getting my head down for about 9 o'clock. Looks like I'm going to be like this, holding tent together till about blooming midnight or something. Mad. Whoa! Sent me a rainbow. Fantastic. Love it. Holding tent up with my head. Bloody hell, bloody heck, man. It's going to end in disaster this. Come on, tent. You can do it. Just sitting here eating jerky. Amazing views. Fantastic to be up in mountains as always. Yeah, I was supposed to be going on a big mission this week. One of these once in a lifetime jobs. Yeah, I'm supposed to be setting off over to Northern Territories of Canada. Hunting and all sorts of stuff. But it got kiboshed at last minute, so bit of a ball ache. Bit of fallout from the old cancer shit that I've had a couple of times. It is a bit shit like, but one of them innit. One of them innit. Still alive. Still adventuring. In a lot better position than a lot of folks, so you know what I mean. It is. He's bound to be a bit sick, yeah, a bit pissed off, like, but not end at world, is it? Way. We'll still get out to these places, can't we, eh? I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. Getting a bit chilly, I'm gonna get in my sleeping bag in a bit. Boots off and in the sleeping bag, 'cause they've got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. Because of the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. You gotta shape up, because I need some sleep, because I am knackered. Gotta shape up. Better stick to bushcrafting and wild camping, eh? Yeah. Got a voice like a squeaky door. A machine gun or something like that. Not a singing voice anyway. Man, you, machine guns can sing, can't they? I've got to say, this tent did an absolutely amazing job really last night. I mean, I know I spent a fair bit of time holding it up, etc., but it was wild. And then during the night I had ferocious rain, driving rain and winds, and yeah, it did a sterling job. At some point the wind dropped enough that it weren't sort of completely, well, I mean, it were blowing a hoolie. The tent were rattling and thudding and getting pushed in and that, but it were nowhere near as bad as earlier on when I were having to hold it up. But it was still wild, and yeah, never let any rain in or anything. Yeah, fantastic job really. So yeah, woke up to a decent morning really. Well, a beautiful morning. Most soapy midges don't come out now. After all wild weather I've had, there's been no chance of the bloody midges. But yeah, this morning it's quite still at minute, so let's hope the little bastards don't come out and start nailing me. I love a bit of fishing while I'm on an adventure. It's just another, you know, another part of it, another aspect of being outdoors and adventuring and travelling, you know. Especially catch and cook. But I mean, even just, you know, you don't have to be chasing the miles all the time, do you? You know, as fast as you can, more miles, more mountains. You don't have to. It's nice just to get out and enjoy the outdoors, spend some quality time in mountains, but also a bit of quality time relaxing. And yeah, I love a bit of fly fishing. I love a bit of spinning. I love a bit of any sort of fishing while I'm out. So there's my little selection of spinners that I brought with me today. So I'm going to put a little Meps on. Get that, an absolute beautiful wild brownie. Yeah, gorgeous fish. Love it. Beauty. Get them spots. Stunner. Right, let's get it back in. Beautiful fish back in there. Way. No messing. What a great place to be. And I've got it all to myself. All you can hear is the wild horses neighing up there, the odd sheep, some buzzards on the cliffs behind me, the odd crow. There's a raven up there as well. Other than that, absolutely pristine. Just the one brownie up to now. I've had a couple of takes. I had a cracker. I had my drag on a bit too slack. It zipped across, took me straight out on the drag, and must not have set the hook with drag being a bit low. Must have shook the hook out. But I mean, that'd have been a good one. But oh yeah, what a place. What an absolute place. Sat here with a brew and my fishing rod, getting a few rays of sunshine. Won't get much better, does it? Hey, thanks for joining me on the Carneddau range in the Snowdonian Mountains of Wales. It's been an absolute fantastic trip. I can't wait to come back. I've just been, it's just been embraced in nature. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved it. It's been fantastic. I've spent the day today. It's been a cracking day today. So I've had some wild weather, a couple of days coming in. I've had some fantastic weather today. I've just been swimming and fishing and eating and drinking brews and chilling and just watching the wildlife. It's been amazing. Peregrines on the cliffs, buzzards, just swallows coming in, swifts and sand martins taking the flies off the water, trout jumping. So a little mammal swimming in the water, couldn't identify it, I was too far away, but it swam out for about 10 metres and then it swam back. I've been surrounded by these wild horses. Honestly, ravens and crows, and it's been fantastic. Anyhow, I've absolutely loved it. I hope you've enjoyed the film. And I've got about 5k down the mountains, down the valleys to go. My lad's going to pick me up on his way back from surfing. But anyway, thanks for joining me. So it's Rick T, Outdoor Adventure, and I'll catch you again real soon. Ta-ra.